Official statement. Over the last 3 days, I have agonized over whether I should react to the false and malicious accusations made by my ex-girlfriend, known by her handle online as VCM, on Facebook last November 2, 2024, or just let them pass while I suffer in silence. Okay? In the end, and after consulting with my lawyers, I realized that I have to come forward and break my silence. Not so much for my sake, but for my family, friends, sponsors, and the other people who are also hurting because of the falsehoods being peddled against me on social media and the resulting frenzy among social media users to debase and humiliate me without the smallest regard for truth and fairness. 3 days ago, I finally decided to get out of a toxic relationship which lasted for over 3 years. I had attempted to do this multiple times, but we always reconciled. For 3 years, we kept on breaking up and then getting back together. It was taking a toll on me mentally, and I could no longer focus on my job as a streamer and as a Dota player. Last November 2, 2024, I finally decided to leave the relationship for good. Around that time, our relationship had hit rock bottom and we had recently gotten into a big fight. I confessed to her that I was leaving her for good and that I was
Ako
going home
naman,
to Cebu
nalulungkot
to
ako,
focus
legit.
on my work as a streamer and try to rebuild my Dota career. I apologized to her for whatever shortcomings I had as her boyfriend and for failing to make our relationship work. She said she understood and we hugged and cried. Oh, right. I booked a car to take me to the airport and as I was about to leave, she asked me how I would explain to the public why we broke up. I told her that if anyone asked, I would tell them the truth that I decided to leave since I could not give her the time and attention that she wanted and that our relationship didn't work. For some reason, this enraged her. She demanded that I tell everyone that she had broken up with me and that the reason was because I was physically abusive and then I refused, of course, since this was not true. She threatened to post evidence on Facebook. I replied that she could post whatever she wanted. My car arrived and I left. But even before the car even crossed the subdivision gate, I started receiving messages from my friends telling me that Vanessa had posted allegations against me involving physical abuse, gambling addiction, and other things on her Facebook page. Teka lang, ano pala to?
Ah,
She later on removed her post or made them private, but the damage had been done. Okay? The false accusations spread on social media, and I received so much hate and ridicule because of what she posted. The accusations even spread to international online forums. I have not been able to sleep and I have not had a proper meal for the past 3 days. I have been worrying nonstop about how my life and my livelihood could be ruined by these accusations. To give you a background, Vanessa or VCM as many of you know her and I met online during the COVID lockdown. Oy gago.
Uy, uy, uy,
we hit,
tol, ano yan,
okay.
tol?
uy.
Um, we hit it off and when I moved to Manila in 2022, we finally met in person and eventually became a couple. Me at 20 years old and her at 27. I moved in with her almost immediately thereafter. Our relationship started well, but it did not take long before it started going downhill. He was extremely jealous and controlling and would start fights out of the littlest of things. She would start fights if girls would chat on my channel or if a girl talked to me on chat and I did not respond right away that I had a girlfriend. She became jealous if I looked like I was having too much fun engaging with my viewers. Recently, she tried to forbid me from playing the game GTA since she claimed that the game had too many female players. I continued streaming GTA since it was a popular game that my viewers wanted to watch on my stream. Streaming is my main source of income, by the way. This caused a big fight last week and actually triggered our last and final breakup. I know that I should not have stayed 3 years in this type of relationship. Perhaps I was naive, or maybe I really believed we were in love. And maybe I really cared about her and was worried about what she would do to herself if I left. Oh, since tumatawa ka, Joel, baka gusto mo nang ituloy.
Tuloy lang, pre.
Tumatawa ka ba,
Tuloy lang,
Well?
pre.
Gago ka.
Kaya nga.
Tuloy mo lang, tol.
Okay, game. Regarding the specific incidents that she posted, let me address them one by one. On her picture on a stretcher, this picture was taken on or around December 29, 2023. I was live streaming at 4 a.m., which made her angry. She does not want me streaming when she is asleep. She wants the two of us to go to bed together and to get out of bed together. That night, I did not follow this rule since I didn't want to end the stream when I had many viewers. Again, ano yun? Again, asan na siya? Ayan. Again, streaming is my main source of income. She woke up really upset and became hysterical. She started throwing and breaking plates and eventually smashed the keyboard that she had gifted me. She got a shard from the broken keyboard armrest and pointed it to her throat, threatening to harm herself because of what I did. I was terrified, but I eventually convinced her to drop it. She continued screaming and shouting while we went up to the bedroom. During the fight, her arm was accidentally hit by a clothes hanger. We both calmed down and we both went to the hospital to get her arm checked. I messaged her mother to inform her about what had happened and apologized. I have screenshots of my conversation with her mother. Dito kaya yun? Wala, okay. Number two, the second picture, on her picture of her damaged white car. This picture was taken on or around December 20, 2023. She claims that she got into an accident and I chose to go to Okada to gamble instead of rushing to her aid. This is false. Vanessa and I lived outside Metro Manila and I had spent almost every day with her in her house. Vanessa and I lived outside Metro Manila and I had spent almost every day with her in her house. I rarely had the chance to see other people. On this night, we had agreed to go on a group date with my friends whom I had not seen in a long time and I was very excited to see. On the way there, she suddenly decided that she didn't want to go and was canceling. She would instead go out with her friends. She told me to get off of her car and book a grab to Okada while she headed to her friends, which is what I did. Hours later, I received an emergency notification that she was
Kasi
in an
mahirap din
accident.
maging ano
I
guys.
went to her
Siyempre
right
nilabas
away
lang
and stayed until the
mamaya
matter was
mamaya na tayo
settled
mag-usap
with the
about
other
yan.
driver.
After nyo neto.
Wait lang, wala akong tubig eh. Basahin niyo muna. Nauuhaw ako.
Antay ka na namin,
Oh,
pre.
sige, time first, time first.
Time first
Time
lang,
first,
time
okay.
first.
Ay,
Mahaba
wag
rin
na lang,
talaga.
wag
Okay,
na lang kayo
okay.
mag-comment,
Ang
brad, about dito kasi side lang naman ni Yowe ito eh. Baka sabihin,
Yeah.
maging bias tayo, di ba?
Yan.
Okay.
Sige, ganun pa din, ganun pa din.
Yes.
Okay.
No comments pa din.
Okay lang, time first
Eh,
lang.
hinelp din namin ni,
Time
ano
first
guys.
lang, di ba?
Kasi mahirap, maano talagang decision to kay Yowe eh. Kasi, ano nga si BCM.
Okay, game?
Basta, alam nyo yun.
Game,
Game,
bro.
game,
Nakamit
game, game.
naman na siguro kayo
Okay,
ng
game.
ganong babae or may
Okay, game.
nakilalang ganong babae. If mag-post siya, baka kung
And
ano
while we
mangyari.
are in the topic of
Basta,
car crashes, let me
mahirap.
share with you another car crash story and give you an idea how toxic the relationship was. Around May of this year, we got into an argument because she did not want me to stream myself playing casino games. I was streaming all kinds of content for additional views. After the argument, she removed me as an emergency contact from her phone and turned off location finder so I would not know where she was. We had always shared location data to each other for emergencies. The night before the TI qualifiers, I received a message from one of her friends telling me that she had received a notification that Vanessa was in a car crash in Batangas. I tried contacting her, but she could not be reached. She would not respond to messages. I could no longer see her location on my phone since she had disabled it. So one night before the TI qualifiers, The most important tournament for any Dota player. I left the boot camp and hired a car with a driver to take me to Batangas, hours away, to look for my girlfriend who was involved in a car crash. Her mother and I were worried sick, thinking of what could have happened to her. I went to one of the police stations and asked them to help me search for her and her car. We reviewed CCTV footage from her subdivision, trying to get a clue which direction she went before the accident. We also interviewed her help. We could not find her. She would not reply. And then, after what felt like years of anguish, I received a message from her friend. Vanessa had asked her to tell me that the alert was a false alarm triggered by sudden braking, that she was perfectly fine, and that I should go back to Quezon City. I have screenshots of my conversation with her mother during these agonizing hours. Inumalit ako Next ano na to eh.
Hindi, kung pansin nyo naman guys, yung mga
On her
mga
picture with a
details lang
bruise,
dito ni
April 9.
mga details lang dito ni Yowe is yung mga pinost ni BCM against sa kanya. So iniingatan niya pa din si BCM na masiraan. Kumbaga pinoprotektahan niya lang yung side niya. Yun lang yung mga answer niya dito. Walang nilalabas dito si Yowe na may dagdag or ano, yun lang yung defense niya sa sarili niya.
Came along. My family and I were playing cards and making token bets of 5 pesos just for fun. Van joined in and for some reason bet 1,000 pesos. This annoyed me since we were playing for fun and we were just making token bets. She insisted on her bet and after she won, I told her that I would pay her when we got home. I did not have 1,000 pesos with me that time. She got angry and started insulting me, telling my friends and family that I was so broke that she always had to book airline tickets for me. This triggered me and we argued some more. My family brought her to the car and she became hysterical and started kicking and screaming to be let out. During this time, I was trying to control her and in the commotion, her arms were accidentally bruised. I have heard from friends that there are I have heard from friends that there have also been accusations that I am a drug addict. As with the other allegations, this is totally false. When I heard about the disturbing allegation, I immediately submitted myself to drug testing, and to nobody's surprise, I tested negative. I have attached the results below, dated November 4, 2024, showing my negative results. So, eto yun guys, okay? So, sobrang linaw, may date and time ng report and ng lahat ng shit. So, siya ay negative. Methamphetamine and tetrahydrocannabinol o kung ano man basa dyan. So, negative siya parehas, okay? Next,
Negative.
inasmuch as I wanted to keep a lot of these sensitive things private, I have no choice but to lay it out in the open to defend myself. Again, all these accusations are false and misleading. I would like to ask everyone to please stop spreading these lies against me because of social media, lives, careers, and reputations can be ruined by simple, baseless accusations, even if they are eventually proven to be false. I do admit that I have my own flaws, and I was far from a perfect partner for Vanessa. However, I was not an abuser that she portrayed me to be in her posts. For all my shortcomings, I wish to apologize to her sincerely. I wish I could have been a better partner for her. To Mama Lala, I am sorry that I could not be the boyfriend that your daughter wanted me to be. Thank you for always being there during our troubled relationship and for always giving us motherly advice. You were witness to how much I loved your daughter and how hard I tried to make our relationship work. To Vanessa's close friends, thank you for being there for us. You saw we tried to make it work as a couple and you know that I never did any of these things I am being accused of now. To my former teammates, I am sorry that I could not give my 100% focus to the team. To my close friends, especially to those from the Dota community Thank you for always being there for me during the hardest times. I would have preferred that these personal issues were resolved privately, but I am also willing to face these allegations against me in the proper venue if I have to. For now, I just want to focus on the things which made me decide to go home to Cebu 3 days ago in the first place. To recover my mental health, try and salvage my Dota career, and to continue my job as a streamer. To prevent further speculations and to protect whatever privacy that the parties have left, this will be the last time I will talk about this matter publicly. The recent developments have been very distressing, and I humbly ask everyone to show some kindness to all the persons involved. Yours truly, Yuri Dave Yowe Pacanya.
Thank you, Brice.
Okay,
Nice
okay,
one,
okay.
Brace.
Thank you.
Ikaw naman daw para pa-drug test, tol.
Ang ina.
Wag
Hey
naman,
guys,
wag naman. Kaya
kahit after neto, ano nyo na lang. Ano ba yan? Huwag nyo na din ba siya Vanessa siguro kasi nga, ewan ko, mahirap sabihin tol. Nakakatakot sabihin. Pero huwag nyo na bash si